So, through 4 rounds of the 2026 Supercross season, we have had 3 450 winners and 2 250 winners. In the 450 class, we've had Eli Tomac taking home 2 wins. We have Chase Sexton with 1 and Cooper Webb with 1. And in the 250 class, we have Max Anstie with 1 win and Hayden Deegan, who is on a 3 main event win streak, which is the largest main event win streak he has had in his career so far. And if you would notice, I did not make a video about the race last week. I was just busy. I didn't get around to it, so we're doing it this week though. And Triple Crown at Houston. It was pretty good, and we're gonna get into it. So this week I wanted to get into the 250 class first, and I want to talk about Hayden Deegan. He won all 3 main events. He swept the night. The first time he has ever done that in a Triple Crown in his career. The kid just looks phenomenal, man. He is riding so good. But we kind of knew that he was going to be like this, ruthless. He's won 3 in a row now. So, yeah, he just has to keep doing what he's doing, and he's going to be picture perfect. In my opinion, it's his to lose already. Like, he's already in a position where I feel like it would be really, really, hard for him to lose this championship. He's already up by 19 points, I think. So, yeah. He just needs to keep doing what he's doing. He's riding great. He's handling the competition well. So, I think he just needs to keep moving forward. And now we're going to get into Levi Kitchen. I know he probably would have liked to win this weekend, but honestly, I think this has been a really good step in the right direction for him. Considering how the first few rounds have went, before this weekend, he has failed to make it out of the first corner every single weekend. So just to build on that, he got good starts, some not so great starts, but he rode well. He was keeping up with Hayden at least as much as he could. He was definitely the closest to him in speed the whole night. So, I think he is eventually going to get a win this season. I think Levi's going in the right direction. I like how he's looking. He looks pretty comfortable on the bike. And, there's just not much else to say about it. Next is Cameron McAdoo. He was solid. Another very good weekend for him. He had another podium. Just what we want to see from the McAdoo program. I'm just glad that he's kind of trying to revive his career right now. He's doing a good job at it. I don't know if he'll get a win this season, based off of what I've seen off the first 4 rounds. But, he looks good. I'm glad that he is where he's at. And he's honestly, surprised me a little bit. I thought that, obviously now that Hymas isn't even in the picture anymore, I thought he'd be fighting with Hymas for a lot of podiums, but no, he's doing really good. And honestly, I could see him only, really going up from here. He's learning a lot. He just needs to, try to learn to latch on to Levi and Hayden, and he might put himself in a really good spot here. And now I want to talk about Max Voland. He actually very pleasantly surprised me this weekend. Obviously, he's not, one of the front runners, but he's, behind the top guys. He's right there. And I'm going to keep saying this. That kid is just, he just bleeds talent, man. The situation he's in, I know it's, muscle memory now, but it's just, sometimes I can't even comprehend, how difficult that it must be for him to ride in the conditions that he's riding in, with his back brake and clutch. It's just, it amazes me every time. And I'm going to keep talking about him because, I really believe in him, and I really think that, in the future, he could, end up being a dangerous rider and maybe get a win at some point. So I really want to keep tabs on him as we move forward into the season. But yeah, I really like what I saw. He was really consistent. He had good starts. It's just his pace, I think. That's really his weakness, I guess, is just keeping that pace. But That's how it is for a lot of guys out there, man. The pace is so hard to keep up with, like Hayden and Levi. Can't really blame them. Next is Max Anstie, and to be honest, I'm pretty disappointed with how he has performed the last 2 weeks. Ever since he said, pretty much kind of called out Deegan, saying that he was the best at starts, that if he wants to beat him, he's going to have to beat him at the start. Well, I don't think Max has managed to beat Hayden off the start once ever since he said that. He has been putting himself in pretty bad situations. Yeah, just not a great night for him. I mean, he had a good main in the last race, but that was pretty much it. I can't say I'm surprised, though. Like, he's never really been consistent throughout the season. He's always really good at the start. I just didn't see anything that impressed me, honestly, from Max Anstie. I don't think he's even – I don't even think he's going to get another win this season, to be honest with you. Yeah, like, obviously, you know, I know he wants to be there, but I don't know. It's just not looking like it to me. So I honestly think his championship hopes are really dimming very down, like, as every weekend goes by. So, but you could say that about pretty much everybody. And then finally, the last guy that I think is worth talking about is Ryder DiFrancesco. Obviously, he has so much potential. He has probably one of the highest ceilings in the 250 class. He just needs to get better starts. That's what kills him, in my opinion. He's so fast. He's consistent. He's good. And he's been good all season. He has 2 podiums, both from Anaheim. He just needs to put it all together for a Triple Crown. And, yeah, I think he has the speed to, like, maybe even potentially win a race. Like, if, you know, the cards fall for him in the right way. But he needs to... Yeah, he just needs to get better starts. I think that's, like, really his main weakness right now. At least it has been the past couple weeks. I guess not last week because he got a podium, but throughout the Triple Crown, that was his weakness, his starts. So that's pretty much what I have to say about Ryder. I think he probably during the week he's going to be working on some starts for sure, you know, with his program. So let's see if he can improve on that. All right, so now we're going to shift over to the 450 class, and the first guy I want to talk about, obviously, it's going to be Cooper Webb. I mean, classic Cooper Webb fashion. What a rebound from last week. Obviously, his mental fortitude was challenged very, very hard last week, going down in the main, showing some real good speed. And that's the thing about Cooper Webb, like, early on in this title defense attempt so far, I think he has shown the most speed in comparison to the field than, like, years past. Like, he's one of the fastest guys out there. Like, I'm not even going to lie. I mean, I think behind Kenny, Tomac, and Sexton, I mean, even at some points, he's better than them. So, yeah, if he just can carry this over into the next couple weeks, like, he can really reel this thing back in. And that's just classic Cooper Webb, man. He just out of nowhere. And I know he didn't win a main, and I've already seen people on the internet, like, putting an asterisk on it because he didn't win a main. Just shut up. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And you know he's gonna win anyway. He's gonna win more races. Like, it's inevitable. It's Cooper Webb. Like, you guys just really don't know. You don't know what's coming, and we're not even, like, really in the East Coast yet. So I think, yeah, keep tabs on Cooper Webb, man. He's gonna be dangerous. No matter what, especially after Daytona rolls around. He's going to be there every single weekend, and you have to beat him. So now Ken Roczen, who he also looked very good this weekend, in my opinion. He won the first main event pretty convincingly. Yeah, man, his time is coming. And I don't mean that, like, his time as a pro is coming to an end. I mean, like, his time to win a main, it's coming soon. He's going to win a race, at least one. and he's still not really out of this thing either. Um, yeah, he just needs to get a win, maybe even 2 wins. He's right there. Yeah, he has impressed me this season. Like, obviously, we know he's been good in the start in the past, but he's been really consistent. Obviously, in Anaheim last week, he crashed and came back from pretty much dead last to, what was it, 8th or 7th? But yeah, guy's one of the fastest dudes there every week. I can't wait to see how he does, in the East. I hope he does better than what he's done in the past. So we're just gonna have to see how Kent Roczen does, because, yeah, if he wants to win a championship, like, this is the year to do it. Now that Jet's not here, this is probably his best chance. Now we have the points leader, Eli Tomac. Obviously, I think he looked the best out there that night. Obviously, he went over the bars in the second main event. Very, very glad that he ended up unscathed, pretty much. High section speed, triple on off, hit the back brake on the takeoff of the tabletop after. Ended up going over the bars. Always an unfortunate situation, but it could have been a lot worse. But, that's the beauty of the Triple Crown. He still ended up getting 4th place on the night because of it. So not really as much loss as there could have been, because if that was just a regular main event and that happened, I mean, who knows? Because I'm pretty sure, I wouldn't have been surprised if there was damage done to the bike that wouldn't have been able to let him perform at his absolute best and maximize his position. So, yeah, very glad that Eli's okay from that. He's retained the points lead. Moving forward, he's going to win more races. It's inevitable, pretty much, if he stays healthy. Yeah, if I were him, I would think that if there was one to throw it away, it was last week. And he's in a really good spot. And I think it's going to be really hard to beat him. And then next, we have Hunter Lawrence. He actually looked really good. I liked how he looked on the track. Obviously, he made a dumb mistake in the first main that probably cost him the win, actually, because if he didn't crash there, he was looking at some pretty consistent scores, and I think he would have easily won. But that's the Triple Crown. You never know what's going to happen in the sport. Expect the unexpected. He ended up going down, just like Tomac ended up going down. So it's the same thing. Yeah, he's looking good. And honestly, he looks better than I thought. He looks better than I thought he would in the beginning of the season. I still just don't think he's on Tomac and Sexton and Roczen and Webb's level. I just don't think he is. He's been getting better starts than a lot of them, so he's been finishing in front of some of them, in the past couple weeks. But if everyone's getting a good start, I don't think Hunter is keeping up with everyone, personally. But I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because I really want to see him do good, and I want to see him flourish in Supercross, because that's the one thing that he's missing is the Supercross part, because he does phenomenal in the other parts. Motocross, not a problem. SMX, not a problem. He just needs to put it together in indoor Supercross. But, yeah, honestly, I would not change anything in the Hunter Lawrence camp right now. I would just keep doing what I'm doing, keep doing my reps, keep doing my starts, all that stuff. He seems really good on the bike. I wouldn't change anything. It's just the win is going to come eventually. He's going to win a race. So, and now the last person that I think is worth talking about is Chase Sexton. And to be honest with you, he was underwhelming this weekend for me. Obviously, he's quick. Everyone knows he's quick. All right, first moto, he was catching Kenny. I think did he go down? He might have went down. No, I don't know. He ended up making a mistake. Couldn't catch him in the end. And after that, he just wasn't really like producing anything. I'm pretty sure second main event went down, struggled to climb back up, and then he ended up passing like almost all the heavy hitters on the field, like Anderson, Webb, and Roczen. And then, Anderson puts it in on him. He loses 3 positions. He is not able to repass any of them. He loses touch with Anderson in front of him. Not to diss on Anderson, because he's a phenomenal rider, but Sexton should be beating him. He should be beating him easily. And he was losing touch with Anderson in a sprint race. Like, these are sprint races. These aren't normal main events. This is a race where you are supposed to sprint to get your position. Yeah, I don't know. He's just underwhelming for me. Even with Tomac, like, having a horrible finish in the second main, he still dropped points to Tomac, and that is not good because, he kind of wasted, what he gained last week. Yeah, he needs to rebound. He needs to go on a win streak for me to really believe in any sort of real title threat and for a title fight. So, yeah, that's pretty much my collective thoughts from this weekend, and pretty much in the scope of like the championship. Future races, I'm excited for them. I'm really ready to see the East Coast. I really want to see the East Coast, especially because I am trying to go to one of the East Coast races in Birmingham. But, yeah, like, I think that the East Coast is probably more stacked this year than the West Coast, surprisingly. But, yeah, this is pretty much my thoughts on this weekend. Just, make sure you guys follow my socials and everything like that. And I will post another video next weekend covering the same thing. But you guys got to show love to the video because I want to keep doing this stuff. And I like doing this stuff. And I like talking about what I think because I think I know a decent amount to, have people respect my opinion. So I will see you guys next week.